and I rock 'em like I'm Johnson. No stopping like the clocking. N.A.P.S. It's kind of I don't apologize, I'll rectify it. If you won the prize, then I give them light. I'm the son of Sam to my head, got handguns. I'm a king, nigga. Gonna lead, nigga. Something sing in a phone a ring, and I'm on the scene like state police. And like 23, it's no stopping me. All of these niggas up to
All right, so now we have Cahn from N.A.P.S.
1, 2, 3, go. Okay. How do you balance music with other obligations?
I mean, like music is an obligation. Because like if you're doing it, I just want to get better than what so I just make it a priority when I'm not doing anything else. Just find something to do.
Are you done?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Y'all told me keep it short.
Okay, don't keep it that short. That's
right.
How you are.
Like,
We're gonna take this again.
That's kind of how Nick was. Like
Yeah.
he likes it. Oh yeah, I like music. Next question.
Because it's like you gotta be into the
I
interview.
don't have anything else to say on that though.
Oh, okay.
All right.
This stuff is just gonna get cut out.
I'll probably find something to talk about.
This could go in my book. Oh, okay. What and who are your influences?
My favorite rapper since I was little has always been Cahn, but everybody knows that I like Drake. I think Big Sean is the best rapper out right now.
Why?
Because if you're going bar for bar, his delivery and his ability to put together a message is just there's not a lot of people that can do it like him. I think that even though I think Big Sean is the best when it comes to making music, I think that the best actual lyricist is probably Taylor Bennett. And a lot of people don't even know who he is. That's Chance the Rapper's little brother. Mm-hmm. I've been listening to Chance since I first heard acid rap in 7th grade, so Chance is an influence. Let me see. I listen to mainly hip hop, but I've always listened to a nice diversity of artists. So I take influences where I can, but I guess when it comes to my actual rapping, it would probably be between Cahn, Big Sean, Drake, and at times Earl Sweatshirt because I like the way he rhymes.
Okay. Well, what are your short-term and long-term goals for N.A.P.S?
For N.A.P.S, short term, I want to make music that people can relate to, and I don't really care about being super popular when it comes to people just always on your dick and all that. But when it comes down to it, I do want I want a nice group of people to be able to consistently look to our music and be able to relate to it and understand it and appreciate it. And long term, I guess long term it would be that that type of fame, locally, and then branching out from there. But personally, I never saw myself being a rapper or anything like that. I started doing it for fun, and I started getting serious about it just because I see how passionate Alante and Justin and everybody else is, and I feel if this is what they want to do for the rest of their lives, and I have the ability to contribute and make what they're doing more potent for them, then I feel it's my job to at least try and help them, especially since I love doing it.
All right.
Okay, I know you kind of answered this already, but who is your favorite artist?
My favorite artist. I did kind of answer this, but it depends on what you're looking for. Because if you're looking for who do I think is the best rapper, Big Sean obviously. If you're saying who is the best overall artist, I would say Drake, just for his ability to put to diversify himself. But I also I think Sway Lee and Slim Jimmy, the two of them are brilliant, and all the songs that they've contributed and without went over so many people says they made the Beat to Formation, and like a bunch of other stuff. Whatever. I think the two of them are like brilliant artists. I think Travis Scott is a nice artist as well. I mean, I'm too young, honestly, to like really know a lot about like classic rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like I do my homework, but at the end of the day, that's what it is. Like it's homework when it comes to listening to people like even like Jay-Z, like because aside from Kanye, like not a lot of them have released prevalent albums in my lifetime. No pun intended, but yeah. So like I mean, when it comes to like Jay-Z, Nas, those I've listened to them, and I know like everything. I recognize their brilliance, appreciate their brilliance, but I can't speak on it necessarily because I don't know enough.
Alright.
Oh, can I also say that like part of the reason that I love Common as a rapper is just because like I grew up on him and like I grew up listening to Finding Forever like on repeat. Like that was my mom's favorite like rap album. She doesn't listen to a lot of hip hop. I think I've made her listen to more than she would have on her own. But like getting into Common and like looking at his lyrics, looking at what he's able to say, sometimes it's just that man's brilliant. But anyway.
Alright. So how do you feel about Jalen?
I mean, Jalen frustrates me. I don't really want to talk about him, but it's like I probably will. Okay, just. I mean, alright. So like, Jalen, when I met him, we wasn't friends, and we didn't really become friends until we got into this N.A.P.S stuff. And like, when I became involved with it, I was becoming involved with it because Alante has been my brother, you know what I'm saying? Like before N.A.P.S, Alante was my brother. And like, but I knew nothing about this life, you know, this creation that he had brought about. Like I knew of it, but not what it was. And like, I found out that Jalen was related, and the two of us just started striking a bond because we were like, I saw him promoting Roots, and I'm like, all right, like I didn't even know you knew Alante. I mean, interestingly enough, they know each other for like basically their whole lives, but like I didn't even know they had that connection. So it was like, all right, bet. So I think really I started to see him as a brother because like as y'all know, we were on a Her song together, and like initially that was his song, but it was gonna be him and Eric, but Alante was like, you know what, Tom, you could hop on this, cause you know can I get into something else a little bit? Alright, so Been a While was the first song like I ever made, and I didn't like it. But back then I was infatuated with it, and after recording that I just wanted to keep making songs. So he let me do a verse on Fuck It, and after I did that verse, like that was kind of hard. Spoiler alert, that's not actually a freestyle. Y'all probably could have guessed that, but like I mean it depends on what you call a freestyle. I wrote it to the beat, so but yeah, so I had that verse, and then he said, all right, I want you to be on something else. So it wasn't until after Roots had already come out that they were like, all right, Tom, well, I want you to be in that, or not like that, but they took a vote on it, and then they agreed that I would be a good addition. So, I mean, after that, I started to see Jalen as my brother as well as everybody else. And like, I feel like the whole quote unquote beef with him, it kind of like, it makes us look unprofessional because, you know, from the outside, people don't see how serious we are about it. People think that it's like a hobby, which it is for him. Because like he said to us plenty of times, like after high school, I'm done with this. This is nothing serious to me. And like, yeah, I'm like, you say this to us in front of all these people, such as Alante and Justin, who commit themselves so thoroughly to it. And like, I mean, I just feel like it makes us look like some jokes, to be honest. And I don't like that. And I think I'm not really I'm not really mad about the diss tracks because they're not good. I'm just mad about like the principle of it, the principle of me having called him a brother, called him family, sat down here, spent hours talking to him and everybody else, got on the song with him. Like both of our first, like, you know, first time being on the mic was ended up being together. First time anyone heard either of our voices, it was together. And then over something I still don't understand. He's like, fuck Tom. I still don't know why he said that on that little clip. Like I don't know, I don't understand his vendetta against me. But I mean, it's what it is.
You could perform anywhere, where would it be?
Like it's a hard question to answer. But I think I'll just stay in the city, perform somewhere where like everybody would have to hear us. You know what I'm saying? But like somewhere where like if we were making money, we could get back. Cause like I was about to say, like I just think about conversation me and Alante had listening to Pick It Up. And like if you talk to Alante about it, he'll say that Pick It Up is like the most important song on our roots. And like it's something that Eric said. He said, I'm gonna make it big and I'm gonna make it back. And he was like, well, the way I perceive that is just like if we blow up, we have no choice but to get back to where we came from.
Right.
So like the way I see it is like that's what you should do. That's what I would want to do. And like, I mean, say somehow I do get to the stature where like, if I were to perform, like where I'm able to perform in like a Ford Field, I'm able to go on tours and be out of state and all over the place. Like say I'm able to reach that level, it would mean even that much more to be able to perform where I came from.
All right.
So, I mean, I feel like that kind of makes my decision.
Okay. So, are you done?
No, I want you to ask me something else.
Oh, okay. I was. But, okay, so I know you're a junior, so it's about to be your senior year. You got any colleges you want to tell us when you're thinking you want to go, and any other plans, any majors you want to just talk about your life upcoming senior year?
Well, like, I don't even know if Miles knows this, but I'm a film person too. Like, that's what I want to do. But I want to, I'm not going to tell you about my college, because, you know, niggas is weird. But yeah, I want to definitely go to college and definitely, like, keep writing. I don't know if I would be recording or anything like that. But, like, I do want to go to college. I don't know if I want to go to college. My whole life I wanted to be an author. And then it wasn't until like, when I was young, my cousin, who's a movie director, who's a film professor now, he told me like you should get interested in screenplays. Like it's a whole world that like you could be exposed to. And like it wasn't until recently that I started reconsidering that thought from like way back when I was like 7 years old. And so now I'm like, you know, if I could make that work, that would be dope. But like that was before I got real invested in N.A.P.S, you know. So I still got thinking to do, but I know what college I want to go to. Like I've been there. It's not in Michigan, so I would be separate from a lot of people. And I wouldn't have as many opportunities to be recording with Alante and shit. But I mean, I don't know. I just want to be able to tell stories. That's what I'm about really. And like using words, telling stories was like my callings, I guess. And helping people. I want to help people too.
Okay, that's great. That's really great. That was all the questions we have for you. Okay.
I wanna say something.
Go ahead and say whatever you want to say. Oh, you want to say some more questions? Oh, we do have a question for you.
Okay.
So at the end of your recent song that you dropped, I didn't mean to do that. But at the end of that, was that a diss? Or what was that? It was a diss?
It's a diss. I mean,
but
it's like the track itself is not, like, I kind of said this already when we did the group interviews, but like, the track itself is not a diss track, but that that part of it is a diss. Cause I mean, I just woke up one night. Like, okay, so I got something. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all. So like for me, when I write, I don't write to a beat. I know that's how Low does it, and like they probably ain't asked anybody else this, but like so like I write it like it's a poem, and then I add to it or take from it based off of my flow, based off of like my syllable count, whatever I think would be most beneficial for me, and then I like add to it based off of how I hear it in my head. So damn, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, so like that song, I was done with the song and one night.
You scared me. I was like,
Special guest.
oh my god.
Y'all gotta say hi for the camera.
You're blasted.
Y'all gotta say what up. Say what up. This my man.
Yeah, you were in there.
This a little homie. Just got her first song. More to come soon. Right, like write nothing about Jalen, but that's like when I just started writing. That's just what started coming out, and so I thought I was this shit because I'm rhyming constituents with something. You know, so I just put that together, and then when I came to Lante's, I had like, all right, so we was so we had to re-record. We had to re-record a part of 23 because it wasn't picking up on the mic right. So when I came and re-recorded it, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna add this part. I was like, Alonte, I want to add something when the beat ends. And so he said, all right. And then he listened to it. He was like, y'all trying to tell me wrap it up too?
No.
Oh, but anyway, so.
Wrap it up means. I can do this.
Anyway, so yeah, so Alonte, he listened to it. He was like, we not releasing this song. And so I was like, why not? He was like, because you're not about to diss somebody. And then you know, it ended up getting released.
He dropped it like this.
That's
Boom.
Okay, what else can I say? I want to say something else just because he told me to wrap it up.
at 6. N.A.P.S at 6.
Actually, Lo, it's probably been a good time period. Huh?
Yeah, I'll probably say because it was 12 at first. Because it usually shuts off at 12 because we do that produce.
Yeah. All right. So say bye to the people.
You know, look.
I don't wanna leave.
I don't. I like talking. That's just who I am. But yeah, sorry I held y'all over so long.
You're fine. We appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all for doing this. My name is Cahn, Casper Fruit, King Cahn, Tom the Bomb. Don't call me that. Yeah, N.A.P.S crew. It is what it is. I'm gonna go there.
I'm gonna now start going. Tell somebody.
I don't apologize, I rectify. If you want a prize and I give them life, I'm the son of Samson.